안녕하세요. Aleximda. Hello everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good day. Hope you're all having an amazing day today. My name is Lex and welcome back to some more GTA 5 where I'm actually in Koreatown. Don't normally come here as often as I probably should, as I do like seeing a bit of Korean. It's always a bit of fun thing to read. Anyway, that's not what we're going to be looking at in today's video, because today I want to look at a continuation of a video that I did quite recently on these zombie cars, because a lot more of these are being made now. There's actually someone else who's making some new ones, and there's also another continuation from the guy who did some that we looked at in the first video. And I probably won't call these zombie cars, as it's a kind of weird phrase to use. I'm going to sort of consider them like a cross between like a zombie apocalypse car and a sort of battle car. I think I do like the term battle car. It's a term that I definitely use in the Challenger videos. Many of you have definitely seen. Good God, that video's got a lot of views now. That's crazy. And you know what? Yeah, I'm going to consider these more like battle cars, because I think that's weird. But they are sort of zombie apocalypse based in their theme. Anyway, that's enough rambling. That's enough setting up for the video. If you would like to have your comments featured, there's going to be some comments on the screen right about now. You can leave them in the comments section below, and I'm going to pick some at random, and I will feature them in the next video, of course. So, right, let's find somewhere to park up so we can spawn all these things in, and so we can have a look at them. Should we go down here? I don't think we go down here enough. Should we try? Oh, no, I was going to... Okay. I was going to take that, but I guess... Yeah, okay. Well, that was terrible. Let's just chuck this thing in the water. Like that. Perfect. That's a good place for it to live. Let's start spawning in these new vehicles. So, of course, yes, these are menus mod vehicles. The great thing about this, and I know some of you are saying, oh, not more menus mod. The great thing about menus mod is they are so easy to install these cars, because they are just like an XML file that you stick in a folder. It's as simple as that. You don't have to go through installing all these different files or whatever. Which is why, one, it's easy for me because it's nice and easy to install, but it's easy for you guys because you can watch the video and go, yeah, that's pretty sweet, and it doesn't take any effort to get these things working. So, vehicle spawner, saved vehicles. We have all of these 7 different cars to look at today. I'm going to start with the ones that have got hash on them because I guess that you wanted them to be top of the list, so we're going to pick those first. So the first one is Marker. Let's get a spawn. And this is actually a pretty simple one. This is a bike, and I believe this is made by the same person who made the vehicles that we looked at in the previous video. Is he going to take his visor off? Otherwise, that's going to be really dark. There we go. That's better. Yeah, because if you watched the previous Zombie Cars video, you would have seen that there was a mix between cars and bikes. This one's pretty simple. There's not much going on here. We've got a nice little holster. That's pretty cool. The gun is actually being held in this time, which is a nice touch. I like that. On the back, we've got, thermite. Okay, well, I guess that is useful for some sort of apocalypse situation. And then on this side, we have some sort of case that has an explosive sign on it, which is pretty interesting. And a flare gun, just hiding in that holster right there. That's a pretty simple one, but that's interesting. It's got some nice little additions. It looks like it all fits in. Nothing looks out of place, especially with those holsters. I don't know what they are, but they're interesting. I don't exactly know what those items are, but that's very cool. So, the next one, let's go to vehicle options, vehicle spawner, saved vehicles. The next one is the M buggy. I'm going to stay in single first person mode because it's just a lot easier to look around. 46 attachments on this one, so this has got a lot of things going on. On the inside, well, I can't see all that much has changed. But I think that radio thing in there isn't actually in the original car. I think that's slightly different. But let's get out of this thing and have a look. Look at this. Oh my God, that's awesome. So this is using the sort of little buggy car thing. And it's got a little flappy roof. And actually, you can't see the roof because it's flapping on the underneath. But it's got a nice solid roof, which is going to help against zombies or just anyone in general. It's got these awesome blades sticking out the side there. They've actually added in a lot of bodywork to this, what is originally quite an open car. Because I think this is pretty much just like just like the edge, like the shell, just without any panels on it. So this is all adding loads of panels and stuff. I think that looks really awesome. And then we've got the engine on the back. That's the original. And got some stuff in there that I can't really tell what it is. From the other side, it's looks like a speaker box. I think that is. And then we've got a barrel, which I guess could be the fuel tank, like a reserve fuel tank. I guess you could use that. If anyone who've watched the most recent Roadkill, they do actually use these sort of things for the petrol tank in their Stubby Bob build, which is pretty cool. Yep, that's that one. I think that looks really awesome, and that is really well done. Let's move on to the third one then. So the third one is the Scout. Let's go to spawn. And this is a big old truck, as I can say. Oh! Wow. Okay, so we've actually got a monitor thing that's displaying, well, I guess you could assume it's anything. Weather patterns? I don't know. This is, I tell you what this looks like straight away. It looks like a storm chaser vehicle. We've got the binoculars. We've got a gun on the dashboard there. We've got a little, we've got, that speedo's actually, I think that was originally there because that's sort of tied in with the vehicle. We've got the walkie-talkie in there. Oh my god, this is amazing. Out the back, we've got a bunch of stuff. I can see a big, massive wheel, which we're going to check out. And we've also got a torch there as well. I don't know if that CB radio was originally there, but there is a lot of details in this. That looks pretty cool. So let's just get out of this menu. Oh my god. Okay, I just went to the cinematic view. That is awesome. And also, look, the wheels have the... I still don't know how these work. They have blades attached to the wheels. That is a really nice feature. And I seriously, I don't get how this works. I don't know how you attach them to the wheels. It's probably something obvious that I've just completely missed. Look at that. Let's just get out and have a look at this thing, because this is fantastic. Oh, wow, look. We've got a shotgun and a machete attached to the doors. And they are actually attached to the doors, so they move with the doors. How do these work? I clearly have so much more to learn in the customs, in the menus object spinner mod, because I have no idea how that works. That's amazing. Let's shut that door and look around this thing. So we've got the blades on the wheels. On the front, we've actually got a nice soft-looking thing. I guess is that to like soften the impact of the people, so they just sort of like brush out the way. I guess you could use that as some sort of like crowd control thing. Around the side here on the outside, probably not the best place you'd want it if you're trying to stick away, keep away from zombies. Mind you, I don't think zombies really have the they don't really have the ability to understand that you should pick up weapons and stuff. Would a zombie really use a weapon? I feel like they wouldn't. They would just try to eat you. But I don't know. I've never seen The Walking Dead, so I don't know what the modern take on a zombie is now. So, but there we go. Look, there's a pickaxe. There's a sledgehammer. Go around the back. I don't know what this is. I don't know what that's supposed to be. I'm guessing it's something to do. That's something in there. On the back here, I don't know what that is exactly. What are they? I don't know what they are. I don't know what they are. Oh, on this side, we've got another axe and we've got a shovel. Let's just climb onto it. Oh, wow. Okay, there's a bunch of stuff in here. So I guess the orange thing is just for looks, I guess, just to make it look cool, because I don't think that is in the standard car. And then we have all of these down here. So we've got like water reserves, we've got weapons, we've got a spare wheel, spare tire, we've got some armor in here, we've got a tool case, we've got some spare fuel, and we've got this big long pipe, which I think, oh look, we've actually got, hang on, it says the Lost on here. Did they have a Lost truck? I can't remember the Lost having a truck. Oh look, there's actually more stuff behind that screen now that we can see. We've got some magazines, we've got another flare gun here. Yeah, okay, that's awesome. I don't know, actually, I think, judging by the bars and stuff that are sticking through, that roof rack is not supposed to be there on this car. This is actually another thing that they've added on. And look, we've got that over there and these over the lights. So many details on this. That is truly awesome. And also we've got them on the back windows as well. That's fantastic. That is fantastic. These three are absolutely... Oh, by the way, I'm going to put links to get all of these in the description below. These are awesome. These are just really, truly great. Really nice detailed. And I think these are all the ones that are made by the same person, which I believe is the same person who made the ones that we looked at in the previous video. But the next ones are actually all brand new, made by someone else who's now starting to make loads of zombie vehicles. So let's go ahead and get rid of these and check those out. Okay, so the first one is the zombie cop car. That's an interesting take on this. So on the inside of this one, let's just get rid of all of those menus there. We have a plethora of weaponry attached to this thing. This has gone in a slightly different route because this seems to be almost, I don't know, because this seems incredibly overkill. Whereas the other ones were sort of believable and something that would possibly exist. I think this is just gone to the completely outlandish, just sticking stuff on anything that's related to zombies. So we've got like something up there that I don't really know what that is. Around here we've got a CB radio and stuff. Let's just get out and have a look at this thing. I mean, that actually might have been in there because it is a cop car. Good lord, look at this. Okay, it's slammed down with muscle car wheels because Would you really need it to be lowered if you were trying to defeat zombies? I don't know. I mean, just look at this. This is just pretty much sticking as much weaponry on as possible. Even just, like, completely, like, with past the realms of possibility. We got some miniguns sticking out there. We got some rifles. I mean, I don't know what all these other things are that are attached to it. That's part of the minigun, but there's some other things there. I don't know. Does that, like, sort of, like, automatically fire so you could, like, fire it from inside the car? I don't know if that's a thing. On the back, we've got, well, actually, on the side here, we've got some more weapons. We've got some more things stuck to the wheels. Everyone else seems to have figured out how to do these yet, and I still don't really know how to do all that. Then on the back here, we've got some of these saws. We've got some police shields. We've got some knives, blades sticking out on the thing, on the roof, on the boot, and pretty much everywhere, especially on the front as well. And this is pretty much just guns everywhere, just guns everywhere. That's what that one is. But that's definitely not. I keep looking around to try and look at the other ones. I've already got rid of them. Yeah, I definitely say that the first three that we looked at is definitely a lot more thought out than this one. But that is still pretty interesting, and it's still, of course, outlandish looking. It's almost like Mad Max style in a way, but the weaponry is kind of overkill, especially with the stuff on the roof. I mean, how would you even fire that? I don't know. Okay, moving on to the next one then. Vehicle options, vehicle spawner, save vehicles. That was the wrong button. There we go. Let's go to the zombie Rolls Royce. Okay, well, this is if you want to, okay, if you want to battle zombies in luxury and, it's actually a car combo. Interesting. Let's get out of this one then. We can't have any of the interior on this one. So what is this? This is a Rolls Royce attached to something. What has this giant spoiler? What the hell is that? I don't know. I don't know what the hell that is, but that's pretty meaty looking. I mean, I can't really see what that car is on the inside. I think it's an old muscle car. But look at that. So there is a Rolls Royce, or whatever the equivalent is in this game. We've got a bunch of... What is that? Is that... Oh, that's the engine sticking out of the bonnet. But that's not the engine that belongs to this car. Well, that's interesting. So they must have actually found a model engine and they've stuck that all in. So we've got guns and stuff on the bonnet again. I mean, we've got some off-road wheels here. We've got what look like railway sleepers attached to the side. Would you do that? I think that would probably weigh down a car too much for you to do that. Then we've got some of these grills and stuff here, which actually make it so you can't see shit at all when you're driving, which is always good, which is always what you want, really. By the way, looking at those wheels and the seats and stuff in there, that's definitely some sort of muscle car that has that big, massive spoiler. And also we've got like those big, where is that sticking out? I can see where the car is sort of coming through there. Those exhausts aren't part of the Bentley, they're part of whatever car that is that's stuck to it. Then we have this giant thing on the back with some more miniguns. What are they, midi guns or miniguns? I think they're miniguns, aren't they? Why do I keep wanting to say midi-gun? I think that's from Worms. I think that's from Worms where they call that. Anyway, that's just me just going on a random tangent. Yeah, there's not much to that car. Pretty much just things stuck on an engine, a railway sleeper, and a bunch more guns. I can imagine this next one is going to be pretty similar. So the next one is a zombie taxi. And just like I predicted, this has got 35 attachments, which is pretty interesting. Is this just one car? I think this is just one car, but what the hell? I mean, this front bit is just way too overkill because you just can't see where you're going. Oh, okay. Oh, it's actually, of course, it's still a taxi, so it's still working as a taxi. In the back, we've got some storage in there. We've got a bunch of stuff going on. You could really not use this as a taxi. I guess they would just sort of sit in the box because obviously these things are ignored by the game. Let's just get out of this thing. So, oh wow, look at this. So we've got police shields, because reasons? I don't know. We've got some more of these railway sleepers on the back with some miniguns. We've got a big, massive blown engine, which is, it's actually smoking. That's an interesting touch, but do you really want a big blown engine that doesn't work? Yeah, okay. I've definitely got to say that these ones here are definitely a lot more nonsensical and they don't really make sense, but there is a lot of cool stuff here. There's some sort of things sticking out everywhere. Guns. I mean, visually it looks interesting. Logically, I don't really get it as much. So we've got all these saws here on the wings. Actually, they're actually in the wheel arch, which is problematic, I would think, if you were in some sort of situation where you'd need to sort of drive over dead bodies or something, and you'd end up just like burning your tires out, grinding on one of these each time. I think that'd be a bit of a problem. Yeah, there's not much to that one. Again, interesting, but yeah, I'm not sure. Right, let's move on to the last one then. And the last one is the zombie van. And here we are. And actually, we can see out of this one, sort of. We can see enough. Kind of. Not really. On the inside of this one, we've got, well, actually not much in the back. You would think for a van there would be a lot more storage. There'd be a lot more things stored, but apparently we've just got the usual police SWAT things on each side of those windows there. Okay, there's some interesting stuff on the outside of this one. So we've got the police shields on the front as well as the doors with some blades. We've got some saws going around here. We have some piping. I mean, what's the piping for? Is that some sort? I guess that's some like so you can go through. What they called? So you can drive through water. Is what I'm thinking. I just forgot what they've called. They're like water exhausts, but they're not. So the engine can... yeah, you know what I mean. I think that's what that's supposed to be. Then we have another minigun on the side. On the back, we actually don't have all that much. On the top, we do have some explosives. Just a couple of explosives on the top. And some beer. I mean, does it really make sense to have all that stuff on the roof when you have such a huge amount of storage space in the back of this van? Yeah, I guess this one is another one that seems quite illogical to me. Where's the other ones gone? Have they all just disappeared? They've all just... Oh, okay, look. Well, they disappeared, but they sort of left some of their items there. That's interesting. That's just a big, massive... What is that supposed to be? I don't know what that is. That's probably a gate or a fence or something. But, yep, there we go. That is the final battle car, zombie car. I'm definitely going to go back, and I'm going to go to vehicle options, vehicle spawn, and I'm going to bring in... I think that the Scout was pretty cool. I'm going to say that the Scout is definitely my favorite one. There are so many things. Just wait for them all to load. Look at that. So many really cool details in this thing. It makes complete sense. It's really well done. Not too overkill. Not guns and stuff sticking out everywhere. This thing makes total sense, and I love this thing. I think this one works. I would love to know, guys, let me know in the comment section which one of these cars that I've looked at, or maybe the bike, or maybe the little buggy thing. Which one of those is your favorite in this video? Which one, if you had to take this on a zombie apocalypse, if you had to take any of these, which one would you take? I would say this one for sure. I'm pretty sure most of you would probably agree with me. Interesting that anyone would say the bike. I think the bike is probably the one that I would least want to take out of the first three, which is probably the only ones I'm going to consider because I wasn't really feeling those last four. This one, definitely the best. So there we go, guys. I was thinking about making these, but there are so many possibilities and there's so many things to do. I really need to sort of sit down and look at the objects list to try and find a nice group of objects that would fit into the car, because I reckon that this would take a pretty decent knowledge of the objects in this game for you to make something really worthwhile. And I think that the creator of this really has got it all down. He really knows his stuff. I think this is an amazing build. So there we go, guys. That is it. Thank you all very much for watching, and I will see you all next time. Goodbye.